I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Tuesday, February 10th. Today, a long-awaited probe begins.
Never seen it before, never seen it again.
The city's manager of purchasing testifies on the first day of the police headquarters inquiry. Also today, flights grounded. Why WestJet is no longer offering direct trips to key Sunbelt destinations. Plus, lights, camera, action.
The actual other locations that have hubs are Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. So we're the first in the prairies to get a location.
What a new partnership could mean for the future of film production in our province. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. The long-awaited public inquiry into the police headquarters project is officially underway. The probe will examine why the project went tens of millions of dollars over budget. And keeping an eye on the testimony for us this week is CTV's John Hendricks. So, John, who did we hear from today?
The city's longtime manager of purchasing, Marilee, she was asked about an amendment in early 2011 that reduced a performance bond from $40 million to $25 million for the $80 million construction bid. Now, a purchasing bond is a form of collateral that a contractor puts down to ensure that they get the work done as promised.
In your 35 years working with the city, have you ever seen a bond that's $25 million for what's proposed to be an $80 million contract? Is that usual, unusual, common, seen it before, never seen it again?
Barb Davignon is the first of 33 witnesses expected to testify over the next few months. The inquiry will be split into 5 separate phases to understand how the project ballooned by $79 million and examine the city's ability to take on large-scale construction projects in a cost-effective, timely, and ethical manner. The first phase, titled the Redevelopment Project, will dig into the project's background. Former Mayor Sam Cates and former city CAO Phil Shiegel are among those scheduled to testify. Now, the subsequent phases will look into the money trail, city policies and practices, and recommendations for change, and finally, submissions. The inquiry is expected to run into mid-June.
So, John, everyone wants to know, when will Sam Cates testify?
As early as Thursday, Marilee. CTV's Jeff Keel was at the inquiry today, and he will have much more on day 1 coming up at 6.
All right, looking forward to that. Thanks, John. The city of Winnipeg is proposing to crack down on nuisance demonstrations.
What this is about us as a city making sure that we respect people's right to protest and to rally, but at the same time we have to make sure that the spaces, that people frequent on a regular basis are also protected.
The proposed safe access to vulnerable infrastructure bylaw sets limits on how close protests can be held to buildings like places of worship, schools, and daycares. It also sets fines for breaking the rules, including intimidation of people accessing these places. The fines start at $500 for the first offense and escalate to $5,000.
There's a way for all of us, I think, to kind of coexist, allowing people to maintain their right to rally and to protest. But at the same time, I think it's very reasonable that you shouldn't be subjected to anything that people may feel would be intimidating when they're trying to access the place that they're going to.
The city says the Executive Policy Committee will recommend the bylaw at its February 17th meeting before sending it to Council February 26th. 2 people are facing charges after police raided a home in the Spence neighborhood and seized a significant stockpile of ammunition. Police say a drug trafficking investigation led officers to search an apartment in the 500 block of Maryland Street. There, they found some 500 rounds of ammunition and drug paraphernalia. A spokesperson was unable to say what kind of ammo it was or where investigators think it may have came from. A 39-year-old man and a 28-year-old woman were arrested on charges of careless storage of ammunition and possession of ammunition contrary to a prohibition order. The former president of the University of Winnipeg is suing the post-secondary institution over his termination. Todd Mondor was appointed president and vice chancellor in 2022. He held the post until he was fired following a meeting last November. Mondor filed a statement of claim in the Court of King's Bench on January 30th. He alleges the university terminated his employment agreement in a, quote, manner that was misleading, callous, humiliating, and in breach of duty of good faith. Now, at the time, the university's board chair said the decision to remove Mondor was reached after careful consideration and extensive deliberation. The university has not filed a statement of defense, and a university spokesperson says it will not be providing a comment at this matter as it is before the courts. None of the allegations have been tested in court. You can read more about this lawsuit on our website. Just go to ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. 24 community centers are receiving money from the city for renovations.
The goal is simple: to ensure that these centers remain accessible, safe, and ready to serve their community.
The city-owned board-run community centers are being given grants totaling more than $1.8 million from the City of Winnipeg's Community Center Renovation Grant Program. The money will be used for facility repairs, upgrades, retrofits, safety improvements, and renovations. It will see improvements made to the rinks, lighting, and skate room at Tyndall Park, Winaqua, Fort Garry, and Burkevale community centers, as well as security upgrades for Norquay's Recreation Committee.
These are practical investments with real impact. They help ensure that community centers continue to bring people together today and for the years to come.
Winnipeg has 63 city-owned community centers in 81 locations and 130 outdoor rinks. The city has invested $20.3 million in community center renovations through the program since 2012. The province is adjusting its timeline for adding sprinklers to all of Manitoba healthcare facilities more than a month after missing its self-imposed deadline. The legislation requiring sprinklers in all of the province's 194 facilities was established back in 2015 and had a targeted completion date of January 1st, 2026. However, the province says the previous government pushed back the expected completion date without updating the regulations, which is what it's doing now. Presently, it says 117 facilities, which include personal care homes and hospitals, have full sprinkler coverage. 41 are expected to be compliant by the end of the current fiscal year, and the remainder will be completed by the end of 2028. The province says the work is complicated by the fact many of the buildings are older and must remain fully operational during construction. Well, if you were planning to fly to Atlanta or Nashville directly from Winnipeg, you'll soon be out of luck. WestJet is suspending services to the two Sunbelt destinations. A spokesperson for the airline tells CTV the move is due to a notable decline in trans-border travel demand last year. It also notes there's been a 15% reduction in historically peak travel times to the U.S. Meantime, WestJet will also seasonally suspend flights from Winnipeg to Orlando. CTV News has inquired when that service will officially come to an end, but we have not yet received a response. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now. Get a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. What are you tracking for us tonight, Colleen?
Well, listen, sunny destination temperatures are not in our forecast this week, but after tonight, temperatures will be very mild for this time of year for Winnipeg and for southern Manitoba. We have Festival de Voyageurs that starts on Friday. The temperatures should be okay for those snow sculptures, but boy, are they going to be mild for this time of year. I'll show you those coming up. The CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bath Fitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution. In Winnipeg right now, under that blue sky, it's -9 degrees with those winds out of the northwest at 22 kilometers an hour, now gusting up to 32. The wind chill feels like -17. The pressure is rising, keeping that sky nice and clear, and the humidity is 80%. Out in traffic on this Tuesday afternoon, busy, especially for folks heading southbound on the St. James Bridge. Pretty slow going there. Heavier traffic than we've seen lately on the northbound side.
We want people to be curious about what's out there, who's doing well with what.
Amplifying their impact, why some nonprofits are teaming up with Manitoba's tech sector.
Get Winnipeg's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
WestJet and Air Transat have joined Air Canada in suspending service to Cuba. The airlines are making arrangements to get travelers on the island now back home. Flights are suspended because Cuba has cut off the supply of jet fuel to its airports. The island relies on Venezuelan oil, but that tap was turned off when the U.S. took over Caracas. The shortage also hit resorts, leading to blackouts and closures. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up a fraction to 73.78. West Texas Intermediate is down to 64.16. Western Canadian Select is up to 48.69. And the TSX gained another 233 points today for a new record close. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
4 nonprofits will receive help from Manitoba's tech sector to amplify their impact.
The question I often hear is, what technology is right for me and my team? As our co-founder.
That's the question Tech Manitoba hopes to answer with its new pilot project. It will pair Tech Manitoba members with nonprofit groups in Winnipeg, northern Manitoba, and rural southern communities to help them implement digital solutions to improve efficiency, expand their reach, and strengthen community programs. The pilot is being launched ahead of Manitoba Tech Week.
Every organization has adopted technology over the last 20+ years, and now we have this new wave of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, and we want people to be curious about what's out there, who's doing well with what, and to learn a little bit about, is this relevant for me?
Tech Week will feature 52 events in Winnipeg and other parts of Manitoba from February 22nd to the 28th. It's open to everyone. A new report suggests the housing market in Canada is being dragged down by economic uncertainty. The Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation forecasts higher building costs, fewer new homes built, and more existing units left unsold. Closer to home, the report suggests the resale market in Winnipeg will remain elevated in 2026, driven by population growth and improved borrowing capacity. It says sales will moderate afterwards as pent-up demand decreases. It also expects the rental market to soften as vacancies rise and rent growth slows. Reduced immigration through 2027 is expected to continue to push rental demand downwards. The growth of Manitoba's film industry has sparked a new partnership aimed at further developing film professionals in our province.
The idea is that we're going to use the Film Training Manitoba location to hold various programs, including our first one this coming weekend with very prominent cinematographer Iris Ning.
Film Training Manitoba is joining forces with the Canadian Society for Cinematographers. The two organizations are launching a CSC hub right here in Winnipeg. They plan to host skill-building workshops and other events for people working in film and television in hopes of attracting even more productions to Manitoba.
I think that this puts us in a position where we're going to be able to accelerate the development of our local crew members, our cinematographers, and this level of support, investment, sharing business intel is going to put us in an excellent position so we can work more collaboratively with our national partner.
Film Training Manitoba says this will be the CSC's first hub on the prairies. It has other centers in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver.
Reason to thrive that is bigger than all the challenges that we face.
Cool, clean, and compelling. We'll tell you what kind of films you can expect to see at an upcoming film festival. Those details after the break.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting The Price is Right live.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and you may not be familiar with John Shambles, but you likely know his band.
That's right, Marilee. Shambles is actually the solo moniker for Brett Emmons, frontman of the Glorious Sons, and he's bringing his tunes to Winnipeg this spring. The Shambles-style music is a departure from his typical fare and sees him veer into the alternative rock scene. The musician will play the Park Theatre and Cafe on May 12th.
Well, she's been making people laugh for decades, and now she's bringing her signature brand of self-deprecating humor to Winnipeg.
That's right. Rita Rudner is scheduled to hit the stage at Burton Cummings Theatre May 29th.
Oh yes, my husband and I, we got married here in a drive-through wedding chapel. Well, very quick, not very romantic, really, just screaming our vows in the clown's mouth.
Rudner is perhaps best known for holding the longest-running solo comedy show in the history of Las Vegas. But she's also written several books and appeared in multiple HBO specials. Tickets go on sale Friday through Ticketmaster.
A film festival promoting cool, clean, and compelling films is back for another year.
Soul on Fire is one of the nearly 50 movies screening at the 16th annual Reel to Reel Film Festival.
Come on, John, stay with me. Wake up!
Coming through, coming through. How bad is it?
He has burns to 100% of his body.
The six-day event is centered around faith-based features, documentary shorts, and animated flicks. This year's lineup also includes family favorites like Paddington in Peru and the Garfield movie. It's all happening February 17th to 22nd at the North Kildonan Mennonite Brethren Church. Visit Winnipeg Film Festival for tickets and showtimes.
We are now learning Katherine O'Hara's cause of death.
That's right, just over a week after the Canadian comedic actress died at the age of 71. O'Hara died on January 30th from a pulmonary embolism. Rectal cancer was listed as an underlying cause, according to her death certificate. It's unclear how long the Canadian icon had been battling cancer.
Fans are getting to step inside the world of Wuthering Heights.
That's right. The film's production designer, Susie Davies, gives a behind-the-scenes tour of Heathcliff's Gothic home.
I'm stood at the front door of our Wuthering Heights. It's based in Northern England, up in the Yorkshire Moors. We've created this environment for the action to take place as if we're in a farmyard. There's always something.
It's built entirely on a soundstage, but it looks and feels like the late 18th century. Wuthering Heights is out in theaters Friday.
The final trailer has arrived before fans get to see Ryan Gosling on the silver screen.
Yeah, this is your first look at Project Hail Mary.
I understand that you think I'm the right person for this mission. I understand the stakes.
Well, if it's the final trailer, I guess it's not your first look, Marilee, but it's a look. The story follows a science teacher who wakes up alone on a spaceship light years from Earth. He then uncovers a mission to stop a mysterious substance killing the sun. It hits theaters March 20th.
And finally, Steve Carell is set to star in a new comedy series.
The series, called Rooster, is about an author's bond with his daughter.
Everybody knows. This place like a fishbowl. That guy knows. He doesn't know. Excuse me, you know that my husband left me for a grad student, right?
Yes.
The show is set on a college campus. The 10-episode season begins streaming March 8th.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your primetime lineup starts with Will Trent at 7. The Big Bang Theory is on at 8. Next up, W5 Avery Haynes investigates at 9. And Best Medicine wraps things up at 10. It is all right here tonight on CTV.
CTV Primetime Lineup, brought to you by the Parkway Retirement Community. Welcome home.
A live look at McPhillip Street. Traffic moving in at least 3 directions there. There you go, but moving well overall. Right now, it's -9. It feels a little cooler with those strong and gusty northwest winds, but I will have your mild forecast to show you coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Colleen Brady back now with your complete Skywatch forecast. Temperature's not too bad today. A little windy, though, made it feel a little cooler.
Well, those gusts kicked in this afternoon, and just like yesterday. So temperatures otherwise not too bad at all for this time of year. But if you were okay with today's temperatures, I know the wind was a little much at times, you'll be happy with the rest of the week if mild temperatures are your thing. But first, the night ahead. Easily, this will be the coldest night of the week. Having said that, overnight lows still will be a little bit above normal for southern Manitoba and right around seasonal for northern parts of the province for the most part. You can see a little bit of cloud here and there, but it's really variable. We're seeing pockets of sunshine too. We've certainly had some sun today here in Winnipeg, and you can see right over the city those clouds start to part. So that's nice to see that sun shining here. Next door in northwestern Ontario, right around Kenora, it starts to clear out further south toward the international border. Speaking of which, it is -8 degrees in Kenora. Back here in Winnipeg and the surrounding areas, -9 degrees, but Morden and Winkler a balmy -3 right now. And if you like that, it is 0 once again in Melita. We saw that yesterday. -5 in Brandon, -9 in Dauphin. In the north, a little cooler, -11, -12 around Flin Flon in the Pas, -14 in Thompson. Churchill, though, a little colder. It's only -27 there right now. Speaking of the northeast, a little bit of light snow still hanging on, courtesy of a low that's moved off well into northern Ontario, but it's been snowing lightly also in northwestern Ontario. Out the other way, southwestern Manitoba has been bright and sunny, as it has been here in Winnipeg for much of the day. We get into the evening ahead, you can see again like that curtain being pulled back further off to the east. That's leaving clearer conditions behind for western sections of the province. Overnight, a little bit of light snow starts to pop into the northwest corner, a little bit of light snow scattered into the southwest, potentially even a little bit of freezing rain around the southwest corner as we get into Wednesday morning, so watch out for that. It's possible. Otherwise, we'll see plenty of sunshine once again across the southeast into northwestern Ontario. You'll get some sunshine back after snow today. Cloudy evening to start off with across the north, fairly clear overnight as we get into Thursday. And again, temperatures will be so much more mild than they are right now, but we'll have a lot of sunshine along the way too. So for tonight, we drop down to around -16 degrees, variable cloudiness, winds until about 8, 9 o'clock tonight out of the northwest at 20. Then they will ease up considerably. They'll shift tomorrow and strengthen again out of the south. -3 is our high under a mix of sun and cloud. And if you like that, how's 0 for you on Thursday under a mix of sun and cloud? +1 on Friday, first day of Festival. Valentine's Day on Saturday, a high of +1, and those temperatures continue well into next week. Our first weather photo shows us the sunrise over White Ridge here in Winnipeg. That photo is from Martha, and from the sunrise to the sun setting over beautiful Grand Marais, that photo is from Irv. Email us yours to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. Another kind of sporting event took place in Estonia over the weekend. Hundreds of people came out for the annual European Sauna Marathon. It turns the traditional Nordic pastime into a competition with a carnival-like atmosphere. The goal is for teams of 4 to race to as many local saunas in the fastest time. There were 21 different saunas, and participants had to spend at least 3 minutes inside of each one. Looks like you had to take a dip in the cold plunge,
I guess
too.
you needed to cool off a bit, yeah.
I'd be down for this competition.
It looks intriguing.
Love a good sauna.
Yes, agreed.
3 minutes? 21?
That's right.
Sounds perfect.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
All right, we're back at 6 with more news. Hope to see you then.